episode. Where were you last episode? It was a good one as we managed to rally back in the dead of the ninth. Walk off through when Homer to overtake the Jacks and win that season 2 games to 1, notching our third straight victory here in the current running, as we're now at 9-4 on the season, only 2 games away from clinching the division title. Doubleheader here against the Nemesis could be what we need to do that. If we sweep the doubleheader today, we win the division no matter what. If we sweep the doubleheader, it's still up for grabs with the Crocodiles, and that will come down to the final game of the regular season. And if we get swept, well, things get really interesting from there, because then the Nemesis are in first place. So, yeah, a lot is up for grabs here in this doubleheader, and there is no waiting for another team to play between these 2 games. It is literally us back to back. So we will be the ones setting our own future before everyone else. Here's the pitching preview for the first game today. For us, it will be second-year right-hander Paxton Griffith, 1-2 with a 6.35 ERA and a 1.94 WHIP. And on the mound for the Nemesis, it will be seventh-year southpaw Melody Moods, 1-1 with a 6.75 ERA and a 1.70 WHIP. Nemesis coming in at 7-6. We are coming in at 9-4. Playoff hopes on the line for the Nemesis, as they need to win 2 of their last 3 games to have a shot of getting in. So this is a very important doubleheader for them as well in that regard. Lineup for today's game, game 1 anyway. Leading off is head of the class Diaz at second base. Following him back in the lineup is fully healed shortstop Jameer Shoei. Batting third out in center field is Worry Less, Spool Worrymore. Batting fourth in left field and locked in still is Buck Big Country Swiner. Batting fifth over at third base is locked in utility man outfielder Wink Winkleson, our normal center fielder. Batting sixth behind the dish, backup catcher Jaden Norris, getting the start for Oliver today in game 1 to give him some rest. Batting seventh in right field is last episode's hero, Carter Balls Mahoney. He hit the walk-off 3-run homer. Batting eighth at first base is Merriam DDP Doherty, and batting ninth is the pitcher Griffith. Let's jump into game 1 here. Nemesis, as usual, have gone all in on their hitting. Defense is solid, speed is solid. Their hitting is the best part of their team. Their pitching, absolutely abysmal. So, if we can light up their pitching while holding their offense in check, we're going to have a good day here, as this is our last 2 road games here of the season here at Tiger Den. Let's see if we can notch these wins and secure our division title. Alrighty, Diaz, Shoei, and Worrymore up first here against Moods. Head of the class, Diaz leads off. Second baseman has his contact versus left-hander trade active against Moods, hitting .327 with 6 RBIs on the season. Here's a look at Moods' numbers in better detail. In her 3 starts, she's 1-1, giving up 11 earned runs in 14 2/3 innings, so she's only averaging just less than 5 innings a start. That is not very good. 6.75 ERA and a 1.70 WHIP. 18 hits surrendered, 2 of them homers. She's hit a batter, thrown a wild pitch, walked 7, and struck out 12. Her batting average against is .290 on the year. Let's see how she holds up against us. Bit of a down year for Diaz offensively. Is not hitting as well as he normally does in his 3rd year here. Also, RBIs under 10 for the first time in his career so far. That's outside on the changeup, ball 1. And he has not hit a home run yet this season, so very down year for Diaz. Hanging slider was left there. I should have crushed it. 1-1. Curveball at the knees. Diaz rips it to left, but he got under it. Right at Pickleford, 1 down. Next up is shortstop Jameer Shoei, getting his first start in 4 games as he fully healed his inflamed Achilles injury. .341 average batting for Shoei this year with 4 RBIs. He was doing pretty solidly before the injury. Change up inside, misses, ball 1. That's outside, 2-0. Change up at the knees, pulled foul, 2-1 to count. Fastball up and away, line to right center field, and that is down in the gap. That could be extra bases for Shoei. His first at bat back as Lang misplays it off the wall. That will be a 1-out double. Runner in scoring position for Worry Less, Spool Worrymore. Center fielder has his contact versus left-hander trade active as he's hitting .375 on the year. 1 homer and 6 RBIs this season for Spool. Strike away, 0-1. Heater away, up and in, 1-1. Heater outside, 2-1 for Moods. Slider at the knees. Worrymore skies at the center field. Going back is Lang. Makes catch for the second out as the runner tags to draw the throw. He'll hold at second base. 2 down now, and the RBI chance is for big country Buck Swiner. Left fielder's locked in, high pitch active, hitting .358 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. Buck went 0 for 4 last episode, but he did reach base with a walk. Cutter up and away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball and in, high pitch activated as he grounds it to second. Cook makes the play to first, and that will end the inning as Buck drops down to neutral. Bottom 1, we are scoreless. Hale, Sports, and McStevens do it first here for the Nemesis. Leading off is on-fire right fielder Jorge Hale. He's hitting .327 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs on the season. He'll be the first batter to face Griffith today. Second-year pitcher Paxton Griffith is 1-2 on the season with a .635 ERA and a .194 WHIP. Not a great year for Griffith, but he did notch his first career victory in the regular season, so I guess that means something. He's given up 13 runs this year, 12 of them earned in 17 innings pitched, so he's averaging about 5 2/3 innings a start. 30 hits given up, 4 homers, 1 complete game shutout, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. His batting average against is .385 on the year. Lineup for the Nemesis today in Game 1 is looking like this. After Hale, it is veteran shortstop Jock Sports, and it is veteran third baseman Beefcake McStevens, who is 10th. Batting 4th is veteran second baseman Lloyd Cook, who is locked in. Batting 5th at first base is Aaliyah Butcher. Batting 6th at catcher Harmony Strauss. Batting 7th, OG left fielder Brian Pickleford. Batting 8th, right center fielder Ron Lang. And batting 9th is the pitcher Moods. Griffith ready. First pitch fastball at the knees. Rip foul, 0-1. Pulled foul by Hale on the next pitch on the curveball low. 0-2 the count. Seam up and in. High, 1-2. Good take. Down and in. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3. First punch out for Griffith. 1 down. Reaches double digits on the year with that one. Next up is shortstop OG member Jock Sports. Hitting .265. 1 homer, 7 RBI. Still a little hurt, but no worse for wear for Sports. Seam up and in. Strike called. 0-1. Down and in is skied to left field. Swiner in a few steps. Makes the catch down the line. 2 down. Base is empty for Beefcake McStevens, the veteran third baseman, who is 10th this year, hitting only .212 with 1 homer and 5 RBIs on the season. There's pitch curveball down in the waist, just low, ball 1. Forcing up and in is high to McStevens, 2-0. Forcing up and away, foul back, 2-1. Forcing down in the way is low from Griffith as it bounces, 3-1. Ball down and in, lined up the middle to short. Shoei lunges just past him into left center. If he had laid out for it, he probably would have caught it. Worrymore gets it in, but that is a 2-out double for McStevens to keep the inning alive for the Nemesis and bring up the 4-hitter. Locked in Lloyd Cook, second baseman, hitting .353 with 1 homer, 2 RBIs on the year. Receiver down and in, strike called, 0-1. Change it down in the way is outside, 1-1. Two-seam up and in is inside and high, 2-1. Ball down and in, low, 3-1. Good take from Cook. Two-seam with the knees, fouled off. Full count now. Pre-out pitch coming, two-seam up and away, outside, ball 4. Good take from Cook. He'll reach with the walk to extend the inning for Butcher, first baseman, hitting only $160 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs as Butcher continues her trend of not hitting well, despite having some of the best hitting ratings I've ever seen. Let's change it down and in is missed inside from Butcher, or missed inside from Griffith, ball 1. Down in the way, strike called, 1-1. Up and in is high, 2-1. Down and in, swung through it, 2-2 the count. Way out in front of it was Butcher. Down in the way, chop foul, we'll do it again. Up, blew it by her, strike 3. Second punch out for Griffith as he ends the inning, and Butcher is now tense as she breaks her bat in disgust. To the second, we are scoreless. Winkleson, Norris, and Mahoney due up. Leading off is locked in third baseman, outfielder Wink Winkleson. Utility player is hitting .534 on the year with a homer and 11 RBIs. Leading team in the RBI category this year, as well as batting average. Slider low, ball 1. Cutter in there, 1-1. Cutter in there, 1-2. Good pitch from Moods. Fastball up, lined in the center, and that is down for a hit as Winkleson gets his first hit today. He's on 1-for-1 today. That is going to bring up backup catcher Jaden Norris, who is outside pitch active here, hitting only a .158 on the year and minimal at bats. No stealing today for us, as Harmony Strauss is one of the best arms in the game there behind the plate. Cutter down the middle, 0-1. Jesus, I should have killed that. Just outside on the heater, 1-1. Cutter away, lined in the right field base hit. First 2 batters on for the Buzzards here in the second. Let's see if we can do some damage. Next up is last episode's hero, right fielder Carter Balls Mahoney. He hit the walk-off 3-run homer to win the game against the Jacks last episode, hitting .381 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs on the season now. Cutter up and in his high, ball 1. Change of away, pulled into left field, base hit for Mahoney, and that's going to load him up as that goes right to Pickleford. We will third. Bases loaded, none down here for first baseman Merriam, DDP Doherty. Hitting .345 with a homer, 7 RBIs on the year. Cutter up and in is a strike, going 1. That's away on the cutter, 1-1. Fastball down the middle, line to center. That'll get the job done. Lang makes the catch at the wall. Winkleson tags, and he will score easily on the sac fly. It is 1-0 Buzzards. First blood is drawn here in the second, and that'll bring up pitcher Paxton Griffith, hitting .333 on the year with 2 RBIs to his credit. Infield in, looking for the bunt. Griffith rips it on the ground to second. Nice hard hit ball, but Cook flips it to Sports for 1 on to first. Double play, and that will end the inning. Bunt probably would have been better there, but it was worth the risk. I wanted to go aggressive. Buzzards, though, do get the run in on the sac fly by Doherty. 1-0 to the bottom of the second. Strauss, Pickleford, and Lang do up here against Griffith. Narrowly escaped that jam last inning. Leading off the inning is catcher Harmony Strauss. 7th-year player hitting .220 with a home run and 4 RBIs this season. Outside pitch is still active here for Strauss. Placing inside, strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in, strike called, 0-2. Pushing up and in. Line softly to right center, that is down for a hit. Strauss on with the leadoff single here, as that's the second hit of the game for the Nemesis. Leadoff woman on. Here's left fielder OG member Brian Pickleford. Contact versus right-hander active for Brian, hitting .256. 4 homers and 6 RBIs on the season for the 7th-year vet. One of only 2 OG starters left in the lineup is that curveball's in the dirt, ball 1. The other, of course, being shortstop Jock Sports. Seamer down and in is fouled back, 1-1 to Pickleford. Seamer up and away, fouled off on the hit and run, 1-2 the count. Down and away. Out in front of it, strike 3. Third punch up for Griffith, 1 down. Next up, 8th hitter, center fielder Ron Lang, hitting only .300 on the year. Does, however, have a home run and 4 RBIs. Receiver up, that's high, ball 1. Fastball down the middle, strike on the check swing. Should have killed that, 1-1. Change up away, check swing strike called at the knees, 1-2 the count. Down and in. Swung through it, strike 3. 4th punch up for Griffith. Back-to-back Ks here, 2 down. That's going to bring up the pitcher Moods, hitting 2 for 5 on the year with an RBI. There's a fastball inside. Line to left field. Good swing from Moods, and that is another base hit. First and second here with 2 down, as that keeps the inning alive. Here's Jorge Hale. Right fielder's 0 for 1 today. Who struck out? Was it him? Yeah, I think it was him. Yeah, Hale struck out his first time up. First pitch curveball down and the way is in the dirt. Ball 1. Down and in. Grounded in the hole to second. Diaz dives, makes the stop, gets up and fires to first in time. Nice play from head of the class, and that will end the inning. As Griffith again strands 2 runners on base to the third. It is 1-0. Still Buzzards lead. Top of lineup up Diaz, Shoei, and Worrymore here in the third. Head of the class leading off 0 for 1 today with the ground out. Or flew out the left field actually. Slider is low on the first pitch, ball 1. Slider at the knees, Diaz will hit it off the end of the bat into center field. A soft fly ball. Therefore it is Lang who barely moves, 1 down. Next up is shortstop Jameer Shoei. He is 1 for 1 today with a double. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball in the dirt, bounces, 2-0. Slider inside, misses, 3-0 the count. Fastball up and in, ball 4. That is a 4-pitch walk to Shoei as he's on with Moods his first walk today. Runner at first, 1 down for Worry Less. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to center his first time up. Contact was left-hander still active for Spool. Fastball outside, misses, ball 1. Cutter is high from Moods, 2-0. Fastball at the knees, and Worry Less crushes it to right center field. He says, "Thank you very much. I'm putting it in the nest," as it's off the face of the second deck. In right center, second homer of the year for Worry Less as he just wound up and blasted that fastball at the knees. 3-0 Buzzards. Next up is Big Country Buck Swiner. He grounded out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Cutter up and in is a strike called, 0-1. Strike called again in the same spot, 0-2. That one's a little high and it's chased, popped up to the mound, moves to her left, makes the stop on the back of the mound, 2 down. Base is empty for Wink. He singled his first time up and scored a run in the second inning. Slider inside, strike called, 0-1. Good pitch from Moods. Cutter up, lined in the ground into center field. Base hit for Winkleson, his second today. He is 2 for 2. And that will keep the inning alive here in the third as Moods is now tense. Here's backup catcher Jaden Norris, who singled his first time up and was stranded at second base. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Curveball at the knees, away, crushed by Norris to right center field as he hits it well. And it is in the nest. Home run for backup catcher Jaden Norris, his first homer of the year. And he takes advantage of a tense Moods to deliver 2 more runs in the inning. It is now 5-0 Buzzards. Norris is, of course, very familiar with this park as he used to play for the Sandcats. This used to be his home ballpark. So, nice little homecoming for him as that'll bring up Carter Mahoney. Ball's 1 for 1 with a single. He was erased on a double play in the second inning. Change up in there at the knees, 0-1. Cutter up and in, hard grounder in the left field as it's past the diving McStevens at third. Second hit for Mahoney, he's 2 for 2, and he's locked in now. Next up is Doherty. She had a sac fly her first time up. No official at bat yet, but she now is at 8 RBIs on the season. Cutter low, ball 1. Cutter up, with Doherty skies at the center off the end of the bat. Right there for it is Lang. He will put it away to end the inning. But the Buzzards get 2 2-run homers off the bats of Norris and Worrymore. As we break it open, it is 5-0 to the bottom of the third. Sports McStevens and Cook do up here against Griffith. That 5-run lead means nothing here in Tiger Den for good reasons. It's the smallest ballpark in the game, so it's easy to hit home runs, and the Nemesis have a very good offense, so they can erase that deficit in a heartbeat. Sports is 0 for 1 today as he flew out his first time up. Fastball down the middle, line to center field, and that's down for a hit. Sports now 1 for 2 as he's on to start the inning. Now we got McStevens, who doubled in the first inning, was stranded at third base. Oh no, he was stranded at second. Yeah, he was stranded at second. First pitch, 2-seamer away. Check swing strike called, 0-1. Middle of the plate, McStevens crashes the hanger into right center, and it's in the second deck. Second homer of the year for McStevens as that cuts the lead down to 3. It is now 5-2 as we left that fastball right down the middle of the plate. And Griffith's Achilles heel comes back to bite him in the ass, the home run ball. Next up's Lloyd Cook. He walked his first time up and was stranded at first base in the first inning. Griffith now tense as that first pitch curveball is low and fouled back, 0-1. Seamer up and in is high and inside, 1-1. Seamer up and away, swung through it, 1-2 the count to Cook. Change it down and in. Foul back. Still 1 and 2. Receiver down and away is in the dirt. Good block by Norris. 2 and 2. Ball down and away. Chop the first. Already there. She'll run it to the bag herself for the first out of the inning. Next up is Butcher, who's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging with 2 on in the first inning. She's now tense. First pitch, curveball down and away. Check swing strike at the knees called. 0 and 1. Change it down. Chop back to the mound. Griffith makes the easy play to first. 2 down. That's going to bring up Strauss, who led off the second inning with a single for the Nemesis, and then she was stranded on base. You see him at the knees, ripped on the ground to first hard. Nice diving play by Daugherty. Flips to Griffith in time, and that's a 1-2-3 inning as he's back to neutral mojo after the 2-run homer. He retires 3 straight. Stevens, though, finds his second homer of the game on a mid-fastball. To the fourth, it is 5-2. Griffith, Diaz, and Shoei do up against Boods. Leading off is Griffith, who grounded into a double play his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Curveball away, strike called, 0 and 1. Fastball down and in is fouled back, 0 and 2 to count. Fastball middle in is popped up foul behind the plate. This should be an easy play for Strauss there on the edge of the dirt. Should make the catch, 1 down. Next up is head of the class. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly out. 2 flyouts. Flew out to left field and center field today. Heater inside, ball 1. That's high, 2-0. Inside heater, 3-0 the count to Diaz. And that is a 4-pitch walk as that one's also high. Second walk of the game for Moods as Diaz is on with 1 down. That'll bring up Shoei, who walked last time up. He's also doubled. He scored on Worrymore's home run last inning. Changeup hangs and it's fouled off, 0 and 1. High heater, 1 and 1. Cutter up and away, grounded to second. Cook backhands it, flips to second 1. Sports the first, easy double play. 4-6-3 Taylor made, and that will end the inning. Bottom 4, it's still 5-2. Pickleford, Lang, and Moods do up against Griffith. Pickleford leading off is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. First it's fastball down and in is low, ball 1. Using up and away, swung through it, 1 and 1. Change up and in. Line to right center field. Hit well. Worrymore coming on. Makes the catch. 1 down. Next up is Lang. He's 0 for 1 today. Also struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch curveball in the dirt. Bounces. Ball 1. Down and in is turned on and ripped down the line into the corner by Lang. It is gone off the foul pole. Second homer of the year for Lang as he rips a fastball down the line. It is now 5-3. Just like that, the Nemesis are now back up behind by 2. That'll bring up Moods 1 for 1 with a single as Griffith is now tense once again. 2-seam up and away is lined to second right at Diaz. 2 down. Next up Hale, he's 0 for 2 today. Fastball inside, pulled foul, 0 and 1. Ball down and away. Chased in the dirt, grounded to second. Diaz charges, bare hands, and fires on time, and that will end the inning. The Nemesis get another home run. This time it's Ron Lang as he dings the left field foul pole. 5-3 to the 5th. Harder lineup up for the Buzzards. Worrymore, Swiner, and Winkleson. Leading off the inning is Worry Less. He's hit a 2-run homer last time up. He is 1 for 2. Fastball in there at the letters, 0 and 1. Heater away, 1 and 1. Fastball down the middle, lined into right center field as Worrymore turns on it and rips it into the gap hard. Hales there will hold Worrymore to just a single as he plays the carom correctly off the wall. Worrymore, though, is locked in now as he's 2 for 3, and that'll bring up Swiner. Popped out to the pitcher last time up. He is 0 for 2. He's also grounded out. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, grounded up the middle, and that is a base hit for Buck. He is 1 for 3. First and second now with none down to start the inning for the Buzzards. As here's Wink. Wink 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Slider at the knees, grounded up the middle. Nice diving play by Sports behind the bag. Flips to second 1. That's all they're going to get, though, on the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Norris. Norris had a 2-run homer last time up. He's also singled. He's 2 for 2 today, and he's locked in now. Can Norris deliver with some more RBIs? Let's find out. Ironically, those were his first RBIs of the season, as that fastball is low, ball 1. Change up inside, strike called, 1-1. Fastball away, blooper to right center field. That is going to drop in over the leaping Cook, and that is down for a base hit. RBI single for Norris as Wink gets the third. It is 6-3. Runners remains at the corners with one down for Mahoney. Balls is 2 for 2 today. He has singled twice, and he's now locked in. Fastball up and in is inside. Ball 1. Slider inside misses. 2-0. That's outside on the changeup. 3-0 the count. Down the middle with it. Called a strike. 3-1. Cutter up and away. Cracked by Mahoney. Right center field. Hit well. Back to the wall is Lang. He'll hit it off the wall, and that's going to be an RBI single for Mahoney as the runner scores from third. 7-3 Buzzards. Mahoney now 3 for 3, and that'll bring up Doherty, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out last time up. She's also hit a sac fly. Mood's just trying to get through the 5th here. Change up inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball down the middle, lined in the center field. That is a base hit. Base is loaded now with 1 down. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Griffith. Popped out foul territory last time up. He's 0 for 2. He's also grounded into a double play. The infield in here trying to protect some runs. Cut up and away is high. Ball 1. Curveball at the knees, popped up foul behind the plate. There's Strauss, makes the catch. 2 down. Bases remain loaded for head of the class, who walked last time up. Can he get on here and drive in some more runners to put this game out of reach? Let's see if we can get it done. Fastball low from Moods, ball 1. Curveball bounces, 2-0. Slider at the knees, crushed by Diaz, left center field. He wound up and cranked it into the nest, into the second deck. It is a grand slam, and that will double the lead. It is now 8 runs, 11-3 the score. First homer of the year for Diaz, and it is a massive one. Get out the rye bread and mustard, boys. It's a grand salami, as Dave Niehaus would say. Next up is Shoei, and that'll do it for Moods, who is absolutely plastered here in the 5th. As she is down after 4 2/3 innings, giving up 11 earned runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and she ends up surrendering 14 hits total. We will look at the bullpen replacement for her. It is Tia Mayfair, the 7th-year veteran, former Crocodons reliever. Mayfair on the year has no record, a 4.82 ERA and a 1.82 WHIP. 8 games pitched, 6 runs given up, 5 earned, 9 in the 3rd innings, 11 hits, 3 homers, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Batting average against is .275 on the year for Mayfair. That's high, ball 1. Fastball's outside, 2-0. Heater inside, 3-0. Down the middle with it, 3-1. Fastball up and away, grounded in the hole to first, off the diving Butcher's glove. Cook there to back her up, and it's dropped by Mayfair, E1. Shoei will reach to extend the inning. Here's Warrior Les, 2 for 3 with a single last time up. He's also hit a 2-run homer. Still locked in against now the tense Mayfair, who just made an error. Changeup is low, ball 1. Check swing in the dirt, off the catcher's glove as it gets behind her. Shoei moves up the second on the play. Wild pitch there. 2-0 the count. Fastball inside, caught the corner, 2-1. Chased it high, Warringmore grounds at the second. Cook there on to first. That will be in time to end the inning. But the Buzzards get a big 4 grand slam there from Class Diaz to break the game open, and we get 2 other runs before that. 11-3 now to the bottom of the 5th. Sports McStevens and Cook up against Griffith. Here's Jack Sports 1 for 2 with a single last time up. He then scored on the home run ball by McStevens. Fastball down and in. It's grounded the second. Diaz there to his left makes the stop. 1 down on 1 pitch. Griffith back to neutral. Now to bring up McStevens. 2 for 2 with the 2-run homer last time up. He's also doubled. He is, however, still tense. Still hitting under 250 as well on the season as that curveball's down and away outside. Ball 1. 2-seam up and in is inside. 2-0. 2-seam up and away is outside. 3-0. Change down and in. Strike call. 3-1. Down and away, line to right center field, and that is down for a hit. McStevens' 3rd hit today. It's a single. He is now a triple shy of the cycle. Griffith is once again tense. Runner at first, one down for Cook. 0 for 1 with the walk. Cook grounded out his first last time up. Grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. First pitch, two-seamer up. Skied to left center off the end of the bat. Swiner over in the gap. Calls for it. And Big Country will make the catch. 2 down. Griffith back to neutral again. And here's Butcher 0 for 2 today. Butcher grounded back to the pitcher last time up. He's also struck out once. Curveball at the knees. Pulled foul. 0-1. Two-seamer down and then is low. Good block by Norris to keep it in front of him. 1-1. Two-seamer inside. Blew it by Butcher. 1-2 the count. Change up and away. Foul off. We'll do it again. Ball down and away. Grounded up the middle. Nice hard hit ball. Past the diving Shoei on good effort on the dive. McStevens going for third. Throw from Worry Less. Just laid. It's a single for Butcher. She's 1 for 3. 2 on and 2 down now for Strauss. 1 for 2 with the single. Griffith now tense once again. Strauss grounded out to first base last time up. Change it down and in is inside. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Check swing strike called. 1-1. Two-seamer up and in. Fouled off. 1-2. Big pitch coming from Griffith to get through the 5th. Can he get it done? Two-seamer down and in. Broken back grounder to third. Winkleson there. Fires the first. In time to end the inning. Once again, Griffith strands 2 runners to the 6th. It is 11-3. Swiner, Winkleson, and Norris due up against Mayfair. Swiner leading off. Big Country single last time up. He is 1 for 3. Fastball's low for Mayfair. Ball 1. Fastball up. Crushed by Swiner to left center field as that was left in the middle of the plate. And that is in the nest in left center. Right there in the lower deck. Third homer of the year for Big Country, and that solo shot makes it 12-3 as we're busting it open even more here in the middle innings. Next up is Wink, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles against the now rattled Mayfair. Change up inside, ball 1. That's high, nowhere near the zone, 2-0 on the heater. Curveball bounces in the dirt, 3-0. Curveball in there, 3-1. Fastball at the knees. Winkleson lines at left center field. That is going to be down for extra bases as Wink is going to be on his way to second. Beat the throw from Lang. He is now 3 for 4. Runner at second, none down for Norris. He had a RBI single last time up. He has also singled earlier in the game and hit a 2-run homer. And that'll do it for Mayfair. As coming out of the bullpen is Joseph Broseth, the left-handers. A double switch is being made by the Nemesis. Coming off the bench is second baseman Jeb Jumps as Cook will exit. Broseth on the season is 2-0. He has a 2.87 ERA and a 1.15 whip in 11 appearances. He's recorded 2 saves, given up 5 earned runs, 15 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits surrendered, 5 walks, and he has struck out 16 batters to lead the bullpen. Batting average against is .220 on the year for Joseph. Slider middle in, blew it by Norris, 0-1. Fastball away, lined in the center field, hit well. Laying to the warning track will make the catch for the first out of the inning as Winkleson tags and will get to third. Runner 90 feet away from scoring. Here's Paul's Mahoney. He's 3 for 3 today with 3 singles, and he drove in a run last time up. Fastball high, ball 1. Fastball inside is hit foul by Mahoney. 1-1 the count. Heater up and in, 2-1. Fastball up and away, swung after it, 2-2. Fastball outside is chased, fouled off again. Still 2-2. Fastball up and away, blew it by Mahoney, strike 3. First punch out of the game for the Nemesis. Broseth now at 17 on the season. That'll bring up Doherty, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Broseth's now locked in. Slider at the knee, strike call, 0-1, good pitch. Chased it inside, 0-2. Fastball at the knees, grounded to third. Nice diving stop by McStevens to his left. Fires the first in time to end the inning. Buzzards, though, get another run on the home run by Swiner, his 3rd of the year. 12-3 to the bottom of the 6th. Pickleford, Lang, and Jumps due up here against Griffith, who's looking for the quality start if he can get through the inning. Here's Pickleford. He's over 2 today. Still looking for his first hit today. First pitch, two-seamer up and away. Strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer up and in is high, ball one. For ball away, pulled foul, 1-2. Change it down and in. Swung through it, strike three. Punch out for Griffith. I believe it's his fifth today. One down, and that'll bring up Lang. 1 for 2 with a RB solo home run. Last him up off the left foul pole. First pitch, four-seamer down, and the way is low. Ball one. For ball up and in. Swung through it. 1-1. Two-seamer away. Outside. 2-1. Four-seamer down and in is inside and low. 3-1. Change up away. Outside on the check swing. Ball four. Second walk today for Griffith. Runner at first, one down for jumps. Second baseman getting his first at bat of the game, hitting .381. 2 homers, 6 RBIs on the year as he came in as part of the double switch last inning. First pitch, two-seamer down and in is strike called at the knees, 0-1. Four-seamer down and away. Check swing outside, 1-1. Curveball down and away. Swung through it, 1-2. Change up and in. Swung through it, strike three. 6 punch up for Griffith today. 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Hale, 0 for 3. Right fielder looking to keep the inning alive any way he can. Change it down and in. Low ball one. Down and away. Hit up the middle on the ground. That pass that Ivan Diaz. That's a base hit. Runner going for third. Throw from Moore is just late. Runners at the corners, 2 down here for Sports. 1 for 3 with the single. First pitch, change it down. Low ball one. Four-seamer away. Fouled off. 1-1. Two-seamer middle in. Low. 2-1. Ball down and away. Grounded up the middle. Pass Shoei into the center. That's a base hit. And there goes the quality start for Griffith. 12-4 now as the Nemesis are on the board again. RBI for Sports his first today, and that'll bring up McStevens, who is a triple shy of the cycle today. Got a 2-run homer, a double, and a single. Receiver down and away on the first pitch, line to first, past the diving Doherty into right. That's base hit. Base is loaded now with 2 down as Stevens is finally back to neutral. Here's Broseph. Will he pinch hit? Yes, they will. Coming out of the bullpen. Coming off the bench is Baca Boyd, our former shortstop, who is hitless on the season. Contact for his right-hander and inside pitch active for our former shortstop, whose replacement Shoei is out there at shortstop. Two-seamer up and away is outside. Ball one. Down and away. Chop foul. 1-1. Two-seamer up and away. Fouled off. 1-2. Change it down and away. Ground line at the middle to short. Nice diving play by Shoei to rob him of a hit on to first in time. That ends the inning. Griffith does get through the 6th, but he does lose the quality start, unfortunately giving up his 4th run of the day. Coming out of the bullpen is the 3rd reliever for the Nemesis, Besto Fisher. To the 7th, it is now an 8-run game. We'll have a pinch hitter lead off here as Griffith is done after 6, giving up 11 hits, 2 walks, 4 earned runs, a couple home runs, but he is in line for the win. No quality start, though. And it will be Diaz and Shoei. Griffith 0 for 3 today as we take a look at Fisher numbers. Besto on the year has no record, a 6.94 ERA and a 180 whip. In his 10 appearances, he's given up 2 saves. Given up 10 runs, only 9 earned in 11 2/3 innings. 18 hits surrendered, 3 walks, 2 homers, and 8 strikeouts. His batting average against is .346. So we are going to pinch hit for Griffith here. Coming off the bench here in this situation is going to be normal third baseman Ed the Man Manning will get the pinch hit opportunity, hitting .311 on the year with 8 RBIs. Fastball up and away is high, ball one. Heater up and in, high, 2-0. Fastball to the knees, 2-1. Fastball away, Manning lines at the left center, but that hangs up for Lang to make the catch, 1 down. Next up, Diaz, 1 for 3 with a grand slam. Last time up, he's also walked. Fastball down the middle, crushed by Diaz to center field as he tees off. At the wall is Lange, calls for it, leaps. It's into Forest. Back-to-back home runs for Diaz in his back-to-back at-bats. He is now 2 on the year and is now 13-4. Back up by 9. Next up, Shoei, 1 for 3 with a double and a walk today. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Slider at the knees, ripped by Shoei down the left field line, but that hangs up for Pickleford to make the catch. 2 down. Next up, Worrymore, 2 for 4, 2-run homer and a single today. Grounded out last time up. Fastball up and away, line in the center. Base hit for Worrymore. His 3rd hit today. He is 3 for 5. That keeps getting alive here as he's locked in again. Swiner, big country, 2 for 4. He had a solo home run last time up and he singled. 3rd homer of the year for him, and he's back to locked in mojo as well. Slider inside, ball 1 from Fisher. Slider's outside, 2-0. Fastball up and away, lined left field right at Pickleford though, and that ends the inning. Another run for us as we get a solo home run from Diaz. Coming out of the bullpen for us is going to be in a mop-up role. Long reliever Ed Salgado, the rookie, as he'll take over on the mound. Bottom 7 in his 13-4. Butcher, Strauss, and Pickleford due up against Salgado. Butcher 1 for 3 today with a single, a strikeout, and a groundout. She is currently still tense as she'll face the rookie. Left-hander Ed Salgado, last time he played the Nemesis, threw 5 scoreless relief innings in extra innings and still didn't get a no decision. No record on the year with an 0.69 ERA and an 0.54 whip. In 4 appearances, Ed has given up 1 run on the season, 13 innings pitched, 5 hits surrendered, 13 strikeouts, 2 walks for the rookie. Batting average against on the year for him is 114. First pitch fastball, but into Butcher is high, ball 1. Curveball down and away, low in the dirt, 2-0. Forcing down and in, line at the middle, base hit for Butcher. She's now 2 for 4. Good off woman on here against Salgado. She's back to neutral, now to bring up catcher Harmony Strauss. 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch slider up and in is lined to right center field. Worrymore going over, makes the catch, 1 down. Next up, Pickleford. He's 0 for 3 today. Loses his contact versus right-hander trade against the lefty Salgado here. Change it down and away. Outside, ball 1. Slider down and in. Ripped into left field on the line. Swiner there in front of the fence. Makes the catch on the liner. 2 down. Careful, Diaz. Next up is Lang. 1 for 2 with a walk last time up. He's also had a solo home run. He's now locked in. Four-seamer middle in. Strike call, 0-1. Ball away. Grounded up the middle. Past the diving Diaz into right center. That is a base hit. Runners at first and second now with 2 down, as that'll bring up Jeb Jumps. Second baseman's 0 for 1 with a ground out today, or strikeout today. First pitch slider up and away. Strike call, 0-1. Ball down and away. Chopped up the middle on the ground. Diaz dives, makes the stop. Fires the first, just late. Infield single for Jumps. Bases loaded. For Hale, 1 for 4 with a single. Change up away. Outside, ball 1. Forcing it down and in. Check swing low, 2-0. Good ball away. Outside, 3-0. Forcing it middle of the plate. Check swing strike, 3-1. Slider down and in. Fouled back. Full count. Runners will go with the pitch. Forcing her away. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Middle in. Line in the center, base hit. 2 runs are going to score here. Runner going for third is going to be thrown out. That ends the inning. It's a 2-run single for Hale with the bases loaded. It is now 13-6. To the 8th, Winkleson, Norris, and Mahoney due up. There's Wink, 3 for 4 day for him. He's doubled and singled twice today. Still facing Fisher in his second inning of work. Either way, ball 1. Either way, 2-0. Here up 3-0. Down the middle, 3-1. Fastball is fouled back. Full count now from Fisher. Fastball up hard, grounded to short right at Sports though. That's an easy first out. Here's Norris. 3 RBI day for Norris today. Fastball chased outside, dribbled the second. Right there is jumps. Fires the first, 2 down. Next up, Mahoney, 3 for 4 today with 3 singles and an RBI. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball at the knees is chased and fouled off, 1-1. Fastball up, line to short, right at Sports, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Fisher. Bottom 8, we're still up 7. Sports, McStevens, and Fisher do up against Salgado. Sports 2 for 4 today with 2 singles and an RBI. Salgado's now tense. Curveball down and away. Low, ball 1. Down and in. Strike called. 1-1. Up and away. Skied to center. Warrymore in a couple steps. Calls for it. And he makes the catch. 1 down. Next up, McStevens 4 for 4 today. He has singled twice, hit a 2-run homer, and doubled. He is back to neutral mojo finally. Still looking for a triple to complete the cycle. Curveball away. Foul back. 0-1. Slider away. Outside. 1-1. Four-seamer down and in. Fouled off. 1-2. Change it middle in. Ripped foul. Still 1-2. Four-seamer up and away. Chased it outside. Strike 3. First punch up for Salgado out of the pen. 2 down in the inning. Now to bring up Fisher. Will the pinch hitter come? Yes, it will. It's slapper Glute. Veteran left fielder hitting .267 with an RBI on the year. Fastball middle in. It's a check swing strike called. 0-1. Change it away. Check swing strike. It's 0-2. Down and in. Low. 1-2. Slider hangs. Ripped on the ground to first. Doherty there. Takes it herself, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Salgado in the 8th to the 9th. Coming out of the bullpen for the Nemesis as their last reliever. Longhand man, Def Weddums. Last time he faced us, took a line drive to the face, but still got the win in extra innings. 13-6 the score. Doherty, Salgado, and Diaz do up. Doherty 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. She'll be the first to face Weddums here. Weddums on the year is 1-0. He has a 3 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. 8 appearances. He's given up 2 saves, 4 innings. 4 runs given up. His 1 win came against us in that 16-inning marathon game earlier this year. 12 innings pitched, 13 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Batting average against .271. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Fastball inside. Blew it by her. 0-2. Fastball up and away, grounded at the middle, base hit for Doherty, her second hit today as she's on to lead off the 9th. That'll bring Salgado to the plate with none down. 7-run leads will let the rookie bat. He's 1 for 2 on batting appearances this season. Slider middle of the plate, lined in the right center, and Salgado delivers his second hit. First and second now with none down. Next up, Diaz, 2 for 4 today. He homered his last 2 at-bats. One was a grand slam, and last time was a solo shot. He has 5 RBIs today. Also walked. Here away, strike called, 0-1. Slider is away, 1-1. Slider away, line to second. Backhanded by jumps for the first out. Next up, Shoei, 1 for 4 with the double and a walk today. Ball in there at the knees, 0-1. Inside heater, 1-1. Fastball away, line to right center, and that is going to be down for a hit. Shoei's second hit today. Coming around third is Doherty. She's going to try and score, and she is thrown out. It is a double, though, for Shoei. Second and third, 2 down. Here's Worry Less. 3 for 5. Homer, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. He's locked in. Fastball up and in, lined up the middle. Nice diving play by Sports to save 2 runs as that will end the inning. Bottom 9, it is 13-6 still. Butcher, Strauss, and Pickleford do up against Salgado, who's going for the 3-inning relief appearance. There's Butcher, 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. First pitch curveball at the knees, lined up the middle on the ground. Base hit as that's a diamond cutter. Here's third hit today for Butcher. She's now 3 for 5. Next up is Strauss, 1 for 4 today with a single. This was fastball middle in, strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in, strike called, 0-2. Change up inside, 1-2. Slider up and in, Bean Strauss right in the dome. That was unintentional. She is now down, and that'll bring up Pickleford over 4. And she is hurt as that was right in the face. That'll bring in backup catcher Billy Bronx. The pinch run as Salgado is tense once again. First and second, none down for Pickleford. She can't count fingers. So she has a concussion. Okay. It's the first time I've had that injury message. First and second, none down. Big spot for Pickleford. First pitch, change it down in the way. Strike called 0-1. Thankfully, it was a slider and not a fastball from Salgado that got away. Slider down and in. Strike called 0-2. Up and in. Blew it by him. Strike 3. Second punch up for Salgado. 1 down. Next up, Lang. 2 for 3. Homer single. Walk on RBI. Change it down in the way. Chop foul. 0-1. Pass down and in. Inside. 1-1. Slider up and away. High. 2-1. It's also outside a bit. Receiver down and away. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Change it up and in. Inside. Full count. Curveball in there. Line to left center in the gap. Extra bases for Lang, and that'll bring in 2 more runs possibly. Throw coming to the second. Just late. A run in for Lang. It's 13-7. Next up, jumps 1 for 2 with a single. Slider up and away. Line down the left field line. That is foul. 0-1. Morseamer inside. Misses. 1-1. Curveball down and away. Grounded up the middle. Nice dive by Diaz to make the stop. Fires to first in time. RBI ground out for Jumpstow. 13-8 now the score. That'll bring up Hale. 2 for 5 today. 2 singles. 2 RBIs. Change it down and away. Grounded to first. Nice diving stop by Doherty to knock it down. Flips to Salgado in time to end the inning, and that will end the game. Buzzards win game 1 of the doubleheader. 13-8. Some late inning garbage time runs for the Nemesis to make it more respectable, but this game was over in the middle innings thanks in large part to that grand slam from Diaz to put it out of reach. Everyone in our lineup today got a hit except the pitcher and the pinch hitter Ed Manning. 3-run homer, 3 RBIs today for Norris, 2 on a homer, 1 on a single, 1 RBI for Mahoney on a single, 1 RBI for Doherty on a sac fly. Swiner had a solo homer, Warriemore had a 2-run homer, Diaz had a grand slam and a solo homer. On the other side for the Nemesis, 2-run homer for Beefcake McStevens. He finishes a triple shy of the cycle. 2 RBIs for Hale on a single, 1 RBI on a single for Sports, and 2 RBIs for Lang today, 1 on a double and 1 on a solo homer. Pitching lines, Griffith goes 6 innings, 11 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 home run balls given up. No quality start, but he does get a win. He's now 2 for 2, 2-2 on the year to end his regular season. And Salgado goes to 3 innings to get the save, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. First career save for the rookie pitcher. On the other side for the Nemesis, Moods goes 4 2/3, 14 hits, 11 earned runs, 3 homers given up, 2 walks. She falls to 1-2 to end her season. Mayfair, Brosa, Fisher, and Wedhams combine to pitch the rest of the game, which is 4 1/3 innings. They give up a combined 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 solo homers with 1 strikeout. Player of the game is Diaz with his 2-homer day, followed by Lang, and then McStevens, who is a triple shy of the cycle. Alrighty, and that is game 1 in the books. We'll jump right into game 2 after we look around the league to see what roster moves were made. Alrighty, let's look around the league here first before we jump into that. A lot of moves. Winkelson plus a contact. Love to see it. He's now an A overall. Ibrahim Reynolds released by the Moose for Meade Commonly. Moonstars signed Layla Buckberger, our former closers. They replaced Franzilla. Closer for closer move there as they improve their bullpen slot. Hank Hart off the wide loads, replaced by Nate Hankey. Nora Holmes to the Moonstars as they cut Miranda Zamora, making good addition there for them. Javita Pulo is released by the Blowfish as they signed Bellamy at balls. The Blowfish are now out of playoff contention. B-Wolves also signed better and re-signed him, Deshaun Levon, one of their OG players, as he'll replace Ace Von Asen, as again the B-Wolves are now also out of playoff contention. Alrighty, let's have a look at these player development options. Alright, so this is a dumb one for Oliver. I don't like this one. I don't like this one for Soto either. So those two are out. This one for Norris. Fielding. Doesn't really need it. Doesn't really need the speed. I would much rather it been an arm upgrade, but it's still a decent upgrade. Especially for a backup catcher. Diaz, more contact. That would make him even more dangerous, but that'll be here next time. Griffith, does he need the accuracy? Maybe. Maybe. Hokie, this is a big upgrade. I didn't think this would still be here. He could really use the accuracy, I'm not going to lie, and since this stuck around so long, I think we reward Hokie, so it would make him more of a dominant ace moving forward. So yes, let's give him the boost in accuracy that he desperately needs. It's a big money spender. We're probably not going to be able to buy anything the rest of the year, but that's okay. Gets the 3 velocity, which is fine. He was already a good hard thrower, up to 88, minus 2 jump down to 63, and he gets only the 4 accuracy, but he is up to 60 now in that department. Nice job, Jude. Nice job. Alrighty, let us go ahead and take a peek here at the second pitching matchup here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. On the mound will be fourth year left-hander Emily Bonventre, 3-0 with a 1.61 ERA and an 0.90 WHIP. And on the mound for the Nemesis, it is rookie right-hander Chris Trickster, 1-1 with a 5.03 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. Lineup we're going with here in Game 2, it's a little bit shuffled from last time, but essentially the same with only one change. Winkleson moves up to the top of the lineup, still locked in. He'll still play third base. Worrymore will be out in center once again. He's batting second now. Swiner up to the 3 slot, playing in left field. Burnout back in the lineup as our starting catcher is now rested. Batting fifth, at second base is head of the class, coming off the 2-homer day. Batting sixth is the shortstop Shoei. Batting seventh in right field is Bald Mahoney. Batting eighth at first base is DDP. And batting ninth is Bonbon. Let's get it on as we jump into Game 2 of this doubleheader. Alrighty, so with that win in Game 1, we are officially locked into the playoffs. We cannot be knocked out with 10 wins. Now we just need to win this game to essentially seal the division here from the Crocodons. Because if we win, the Crocodons will need to win out the rest of their games in order to tie us for the division title. So let's see if they can get it done. Here we go, Game 2, Wink, worry less, Big Country up first. Looks like it's the only difference in the starting lineup for the Nemesis. Glute in left field over Pickleford, and Bronx behind the dish for the injured Strauss. Winkleson, Worrymore, and Swiner do up against Chris Trickster, the rookie pitcher. Wink, third baseman leading off, locked in, hitting .540 with a homer and 11 RBIs on the year. Here's a look at the rookie's numbers. Trickster on the season in his rookie campaign is 1-1. He has a 5.03 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. 11 earned runs given up in his 3 starts, totaling 19 and 2/3 innings, so just over 6 1/3 innings a start. 21 hits surrendered, 2 homers, 4 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Batting average against .266 for the rookie. Not a bad campaign. ERA is a little high, though. Here we go. Strike in there on the heater, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, line to left center. That is in the sliding glove of Slapper Glute. Nice play, 1 down. Next up, worry less. Center fielder homered in Game 1. He's now at a 391 clip, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Ball inside. Curveball at the knees, line to left field again. This time it's right at Glute, 2 down. Next up, Big Country left fielder homered in the first game as well. He was high pitch active here, hitting .362, 3 homers, and 7 RBIs. Strike called, 0-1. Low, 1-1. Cutter up and in, 1-2 the count. Cutter down, pulled foul. We'll do it again. Cutter up and away, grounded in the hole to short. Backhanded by Sports on to first. 1-2-3 inning for the rookie Trickster. Bottom 1, Hale. Sports McStevens up against Bonbon. Hale leading off, right fielder locked in. Driven 2 runs on 2 hits in the first game. 328, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. He'll face Bonbon. Bonbon is 3-0 in her 3 starts this year, 1.61 ERA and an 0.90 WHIP. 4 earned runs given up in 22 1/3 innings pitched, so she's averaging over 7 1/3 innings of start. 18 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, 2 walks, and 15 strikeouts. Batting average against for Bonbon in the year is a team leading in the rotation at .225. Lineup for the Nemesis after Hale at his shortstop Jack Sports, then 10's third baseman Beefcake McStevens, locked in second baseman Lloyd Cook, first baseman Aaliyah Butcher, locked in center fielder Ron Lang, left fielder Slapper Glute, catcher Billy Bronx, and then pitcher Chris Trickster, who's locked in after his first inning. Fastball low, ball one. Ball down and in, ripped hard to third, Winkelson makes the stop. In time, one down. Next up is Sports, shortstop hitting .278 with a homer, 8 RBIs. He singled in one of the runs for the Nemesis in the first game. Cutter down and away is outside, ball one. Inside, blew it by him, 1-1 to count. Slider up and away, strike called, 1-2. Two-seamer down and away, grounded up the middle. Diaz there on the backhand, makes the play, 2 down. Next up, 10's third baseman Beefcake Stevens, who finished a triple shy of the cycle in Game 1. Now hitting .263 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Drove in 2 on a home run in that game. First pitch cutter inside. Inside on the check, ball one. First down and away, grounded up the middle, base hit for McStevens. 2-out single will keep the inning alive here as he's back to neutral. Here's locked in second baseman Lloyd Cook. .333 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Two-seamer at the knees on the first pitch, chopped to the mound. Bon makes the stop to first in time to end the inning. Scoreless to the second, Oliver, Diaz, and Shoei do up against Trickster. Getting off his catcher Burn Oliver, hitting .390 with 8 RBIs. He sat out Game 1 to rest. Now back in the lineup behind the plate. Facing that locked in rookie as that fastball's in at the letters, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, popped up by Oliver. He just missed it. Therefore, it is Butcher on the edge of the grass. Makes the catch. Next up, Diaz, second baseman, hitting .333. He had 2 homers in the first game, a grand slam, and a solo homer. Drove in 5 of our 13 runs. Slider inside, ball one. Inside, fastball, 2-0 the count. Cutter up and in, strike called, 2-1. Curveball at the knees, chop the second, right at Cook on the backhand, 2 down. Next up is Jameer Shoei, the shortstop, had 1 hit in the first game, hitting .348 with 4 RBIs on the season. Or 2 hits, sorry. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball and in, chased it, 0-2. Fastball inside, grounded to short. Easy play for Sports, another 1-2-3 inning for the rookie pitcher. Bottom 2, Butcher, Lang, and Glute do up. Here's Butcher, first baseman, had 2 or 3 hits in the first game. Hitting .200 with a homer, 3 RBIs. First pitch curveball hangs, line in the center, base hit. Leadoff woman on here in the second. That is going to bring up center fielder Ron Lang, who had a homer in the first game. He also doubled in a run later in the game. Locked in, hitting .341 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Seamer down and away in the first pitch, pulled foul, 0-1. Cutter inside, misses on the check, 1-1. Seamer up and away, blew it by him, 1-2. Slider down and in, low, 2-2. Curveball down, 1 hopper to short, Shoei flips to second first, double play, TaylorMade, 6-4-3. 2 down, bases empty for left fielder Slapper Glute, getting his first start here in the doubleheader. Pinch hit in Game 1, hitting .250 with an RBI. Fastball away, blew it by him, 0-1. Curveball down, grounded to short in the hole, backhanded by Shoei on to first, and that ends the inning. Scoreless to the third. Bottom of the lineup up for the Buzzards, Mahoney, Doherty, and Bonventre. Balls Mahoney leads off. Right fielder singled in a run in the first game. He's hitting .404 on the year with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. Fastball at the knees, 0-1. Cutter outside, 1-1. Fastball up hard, grounder to short, but it's right at Sports on the backhand. 1 down. Next up, Doherty. DDP had a sac fly in the first game, hitting .364 now with 1 homer and 8 RBIs on the season. Fastball in is a strike, 0-1. Fastball away, strike called, 0-2. Fastball down, chopped in front of the mound. Trickster bare hands it to first, 2 down. Base empty for the pitcher, Buzzards, hitting .333 on the year. Heater inside almost beans her. She backs away. Ball 1. Curveball away. Strike called. 1-1. Curveball at the knees. Lined at the middle. Base hit for Bonbon. And that is our first hit today. As that 2-out single will keep the inning alive here. As we flip the lineup over to Winkleson, who's 0 for 1. Lined out to left center his first time up. Bonbon now locked in after the single. Cutter at the knees. 0-1. Fastball up, line to first, right at Butcher, the hole in the inning. Bottom 3 were still scoreless. Bronx, Trickster, and Hale due up for the nemesis. Leading off his backup catcher, Billy Bronx, hitting .071 in the year with a homer, 3 RBIs. He pinch ran in Game 1 in the 9th inning after Strauss was accidentally beamed in the head, giving her a concussion. Bonbon throws a fastball in on the knees, 0-1. Ball down and away, low, 1-1. Cutter away. Blew it by him, 1-2. Two-seam up and in. High, 2-2. Slider up, taken high, full count. Two-seamer down and in. Foul back. Two-seamer down and away. Blew it by him, strike 3. First punch up for Bonbon today. 1 down in the inning, and that'll bring up pitcher Chris Trickster. Rookie hitting .333 on the season. Still locked in. Fastball up and away. Strike called, 0-1. Cutter down and in. Blew it by him, 0-2. Two-seamer down and away. Fouled off. Four-seamer up and in. Fouled off again. Slider down and in. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Cutter up and away. Outside, 1-2. Curveball down and away. Low, 2-2. Four-seamer up and in. Skied to right center by Trickster. Worrymore going over. Center fielder is there. Makes the catch, 2 down. Base empty for Hale. He's 0 for 1. Round out the third, his first time up. Away, misses, ball 1. Seamer at the knees, fouled off, 1-1. Slider up and in. Grounded to third, right at Winkleson. Plays the hop clean through the first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Bonbon. To the fourth, we're still scoreless. Worrymore, Swiner, and Oliver, middle of the lineup coming up for the Buzzards. Worrymore leading off. He's 0 for 1 today. We're going to get something started here for our offense. So we only have 1 hit through 3 innings. Fastball's up, ball 1. Curveball hangs, line to short though, right at Sports, 1 down. Next up, Big Country, 0 for 1 today. Granted, that's shortstop his first time up, as that's low, ball 1. Low on the heater, 2-0. Cutter in there, 2-1. Fastball up and in, turned on by Swiner, ripped into the gap, into the nest as it lands in the first lower deck. Homer for Buck, his second here in the doubleheader. Big Country gets us on the board first. 4th of the year for him. 1-0 Buzzards as first blood is drawn in the 4th. Burnout up next. Catcher popped out to first base last time up. He's 0 for 1 as Trickster's no longer locked in. High, ball 1. Strike in there, 1-1. Fastball middle in, chop the second. Shortstop, easy play for Sports, 2 down. Base is empty for head of the class, 0 for 1. Fastball up and ease, 0-1. Slider hangs, line to left center. That's going to get down in front of Glute for a base hit. First hit for Diaz today, he's 1 for 2, and that 2-out single keeps hitting alive for Jameer Shoei. Shortstop's 0 for 1. Slider down and in, line at the middle, into left center over the diving Sports' glove. That's a base hit. First and second now with 2 down. Keeps hitting alive for Carter Balls Mahoney, right fielder, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to shortstop first time up. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball inside, strike called, 1-1. Fastball low, 2-1. Slider's way outside, off the catcher's glove as well. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. Two in scoring position with 2 down. 3-1 count to Mahoney. Will they pitch to him? Cutter up, grounded up the middle, past the diving Sports in the left center. That's going to be a 2-run single for Balls Mahoney. 3-0 Buzzards. Trickster now tense. Now to bring up Daugherty. Use 0 for 1. Grounded out to second her first time up. Cutter fastball up. Drills Trickster right in the face, and that's not good for a Nemesis bullpen that's already tired. Infield single for Daugherty. 2-on for Bon Bon, who singled her first time up. Trickster done. That hit him in the chest. So, thankfully did not hit him in the face, but the Nemesis go to their bullpen with 2 down in the 4th. As Trickster only goes 3 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks. Here's Joseph Broseph, their best reliever. Left-hander did not give up a run in the first game. Let's see what he does here. Broseph 2-0 with a 2.70 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. 5 hit earned runs given up in 12 appearances. 2 saves recorded, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 13 hits surrendered, 5 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Batting average against is .210 on the year. Broseph is mostly rested. He actually pitched the least out of the relievers in the first game because they pinch hit for him immediately after he came in. So he's probably the only rested reliever they have in their bullpen, and we can go ahead and check it real quick. Wedhams is just over 50%. He's pretty good for maybe an inning or 2. Best of Fisher, same thing, maybe an inning. And Mayfair's a little bit more rested than both of them. But again, she got lit up in game 1, so she probably should not be pitching at all. Broseph is their best option here. Slider away, misses, ball 1. Fastball up, line to short. Nice leaping catch by Sports. That ends the inning. But we get 3 runs and knock Trickster out of the game with a line drive to the chest. Sports, McStevens, and Cook do up. Sports 0 for 1 today against Bon Bon, who's still locked in. First pitch cutter away. Outside. Fastball inside. Grounded to third. Winkelson charges. Makes the play to first. 1 down. Next up, Beefcake. Stevens 1 for 1 today with a single. First pitch curveball away. Pulled foul. 0-1. Fastball up and in. Turned on by McStevens and crushed left center field. He got all of that one. It is over the 3rd deck in left center, and down in the 2nd deck it lands. 2nd homer of the doubleheader for McStevens. His 3rd homer of the year, and it's 3-1. Nemesis on the board. Cook up next. He's 0 for 1 today. And that is the 2nd homer given up this year by Bonventre. No longer locked in. Fastball down and in is inside. Ball 1. Cutter down. Chop to first. Daugherty charges. Bare hands. Taps the bag herself. 2 down. Now to bring up Butcher. 1 for 1 with the single. Curveball up the knees. Line up the middle. Base hit. Second hit for Butcher. She's 2 for 2, and that keeps the inning alive here with 2 down. Here's Lang. He's 0 for 1. Seamer down and away is low. Ball 1. Cutter up and in. Fouled off. 1-1. Curveball middle in. Strike caught at the knees. 1-2. Four-seamer up and away. Popped up foul off the backstop. Still 1-2. Cutter down and away. Fouled off. Slider inside. Misses. 2-2 as it backs him off the plate. Four-seamer down and away. Chased it outside. Strike 3. Punch out for Bon Bon. Her 2nd today. That ends the inning. To the 5th, it is still 3-1. Winkelson, Mortimer, and Swiner do up. Wink leading off. He's over. Grounded out to 3rd last time up. Low, ball 1. Strike 1. Lined out the 1st actually last time up. Slider in the dirt. 1-1 as Broseph's locked in. Strike at the knees. 1-2. Fastball waist. Grounded to 1st. Easy play for Butcher. 1 down. Next up, Worrymore. He's 0 for 2. So the contact for his left-hander active here against Broseph, though. In the dirt, ball 1. Slider in the dirt, bounces 2-0. Fastball at the knees is fouled back, 2-1. Fastball up, lined up the first base line. Fair ball past the diving Butcher into the corner. Hail there, that'll hold Worrymore to a single. Our first one down for Big Country. He had a solo home run last time up to start the scoring. High pitch active for him. He's still locked in. Slider away, ball 1. This is just outside. Fastball's outside, 2-0. Fastball away, blew it by Swiner, 2-1. Fastball at the knees, skied off the end of the bat to right center, hanging up for Lang there in the gap. He will make the catch, 2 down. Runner remains at first here, 2 down. Here's Burnout, catcher 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. Slider down and in, line in the center field, base hit. First hit for Burnout, he's 1 for 3, and that 2-out single keeps the inning alive. First and second, 2 down for the Buzzards. Here's Diaz, head of the class, singled last time up, he is 1 for 2. He also has contact with his left-hander active against Broseph here. Fastball down and away, strike called, 0-1. Slider down and in, grounded to short in the hole, backhanded by Sports cleanly to first, in time to end the inning. Bottom 5, it's still 3-1. Glute, Bronx, and Broseph do up. Here's the slot for Glute, 0 for 1 today. First pitch fastball at the knees, lined in the hole to second, past the diving Diaz. That is a base hit. Leadoff man on here in the 5th for the Nemesis, as that'll bring up catcher Billy Bronx, who's 0 for 1 in tenths. 1 ball on 2 strikeouts or 1? She's on 2, okay. Just wanted to make sure. First pitch fastball down the way, bunt shown, drop down, foul, 0-1. Will they bunt again? Carter inside, blew it by Bronx on the swing. I guess not. 0-2. Two-seamer up and away. Outside, 1-2. Ball down and in. Low, 2-2. Cutter away. Check swing outside. Full count. Slider away. Chased it outside, strike 3. Third punch up for Bonbon today. 1 down, and that'll bring up Broseph. Will he bat? Batting .500 on the year. He will. Still locked in. Fastball down in the way, bunt shown and pulled back, strike called at the knees, 0-1. Two-seamer up, bunt shown, pulled back, strike called, 0-2. Cutter up and away, bunt shown, bunt down, Bonbon slides, offer glove. Winkleson recovers, but it's an infield single. First and second, 1 down, here's Hale, 0 for 2. First pitch curveball down and in. Ripped foul by Hale, 0-1, a little early. Cutter away, outside, 1-1. Forcing it down and away, fouled off, 1-2. Cutter inside, fouled off, 1-2. Two-seamer away, line to short, second, leaping as Diaz to make the catch, and he'll double off Broseph at first to end the inning. Nice reflexes by head of the class to save some runs to the 6th. It's 3-1 still. Shoei, Mahoney, and Doherty do up. Shoei leading off. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Fastball outside for Broseph. Ball 1. Leader up and in. Strike called. 1-1. Fastball up and in. Check swing strike. 1-2. Fastball inside. Blew it by him. Strike 3. Punch out for Broseph. His first. 1 down. Next up, Mahoney. Ball's singled in 2 runs. He's 1 for 2 today. Fastball up and in. Way high. Ball 1. Fastball down in the dirt, 2-0 the count. Fastball up and in, skied by Mahoney off to left end of the bat to left, right at Glute, 2 down. Next up Doherty, 1 for 2 with a single last time up. Knocked out Trickster with that line drive to the face as that fastball's high, ball 1, or to the chest. Fastball inside, 2-0 the count. Fastball at the knees, turned on by Doherty and cranked on the power swing into right field. That is gone into the nest. Second homer of the year for Doherty, and that is her first homer of the doubleheader. It is now 4-1 as we get a 3-run cushion back. Next up is the pitcher Bonbon, 1 for 2 with a single, as Broseph is still locked in despite the home run ball. Fastball away, blew it by her, 0-1. Fastball up and in, line to second. Easy catch for Cook on the soft liner, and that will end the inning. But a solo shot from Doherty makes it 4-1 to the bottom of the 6th. Sports, McStevens, and Cook do up. Here's Sports 0 for 2 today. Bonbon looking for a quality start here, something Griffith couldn't do in the first inning. First game, fastball's low, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Strike called at the knees, 1-1. Two-seamer up and away. Sports lines it down the left field line into the corner. Just fair. Might be extra bases. It's only going to be a single, though. Swiner got to it quickly. Leadoff man on in the 6th for the nemesis. Here's McStevens. Solo home run last time up. He is 2 for 2. He's also singled. There's his two-seamer down in the way. Line to right. That is base hit. Runner thinking third, but good throw by Mahoney will hold him at second. 2 on and none down. Here's Cook, 0 for 2. First pitch slider down in the way. Strike called at the knees, 0-1. Fastball middle in. Strike called, 0-2. Cutter up and away. Chased it, fouled off, still 0-2. Curveball up and in. Inside, 1-2. Two-seamer down and away. Blew it by him, strike 3. 4th punch up for Bon, 1 down. 2 on, 1 down for Butcher, who's singled twice today. She's 2 for 2. Receiver down and in. Inside, ball 1. Slider down and away. Strike called, 1-1. Two-seamer up and in. Check swing high, 2-1. Fastball at the knees. Strike called, 2-2. Curveball down and in. Fouled off, still 2-2. Cutter up and away. Check swing high, good take, full count. Fastball down. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Two-seamer inside. Grounded in the hole to second. He has dives off his body into right field into no man's land, and that's going to be an RBI single for Butcher. 4-2 to score. Of course. 2 on, 1 down for Lang, who's 0 for 2. Pinch hitting for him is second baseman Jeb Jumps. Tying run is at first. 375 average for Jumps. 2 homers, 7 RBIs. He had 1 hit in the first game. Coming on as part of a double switch for Cook. Cutter inside on the first pitch, nowhere near the zone, ball 1. Slider down in the way. Jumps, grounds it to second. Diaz backhands, flips to second. 1. Jumps to Shoei to first. In time double play, and they get out of the jam. Ventre gives up a run, but does get the quality start still. Is to the 7th. She's only given up 2 runs. Winkelson, Worrymore, and Swiner due up. There's Wink. He's 0 for 3 today. Still looking for his first hit. He's lined out once. Lined out twice, actually, and grounded out once as Jumps is coming out. Baca Boyd, the shortstop, coming in to play center field. See, his backup position is outfield. Slider away on the first pitch. Winkelson skies it to right. Back to the warning track is Hale to make the catch. 1 down. Next up, Worrymore, 1 for 3 with a single today. Fastball inside, misses, ball 1 as Worrymore keeps his contact for his left-hander trade active here. That's outside, 2-0. Fastball at the knees, chopped to short. Charging his Sports on the bare hand to first, 2 down. Next up is Swiner, Big Country, 1 for 3 with a solo home run today. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Fastball's away, 2-0. Fastball up and in, popped up to second. Cook on the grass makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 for Broseph. Bottom 7, it's still 4-2. Glute, Bronx, and Broseph do up. His Bon's done after 6 innings, giving up 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. She's in line for the win. Quality start for her. Glute up first, 1 for 2 with a single. We are going to the bullpen, and we are going to double switch here. We are going to take out Winkelson over there at third base. We are going to move Ed Manning into the game. He'll play third. We are going to bring in reliever Hesto Despot. Wink's coming out, and Manning will enter the game in at third base. Alrighty, Despot on the season has made 5 appearances. He is 1-0 with a 3.52 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. 5 appearances, given up 3 earned runs. 7 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits surrendered, 1 homer, and 7 strikeouts. Batting average against is .258 on the year for the third-year pitcher. We're going to keep it a 2-run game. Fastball down, ball 1. Curveball at the knees. Grounded in the hole to second. That is base hit for Glute into right. Second hit today for Glute. He's 2 for 3 today. Leadoff man on for Bronx, who's 0 for 2. Fastball down in the way. Swing strike, 0-1. Change it down and in. Strike called, 0-2. Two-seam away. Outside, 1-2. Two-seam up and in. Popped up, shallow right. Diaz out for it. Second baseman there. Makes the catch, one down. Next up is Broseph. We'll pinch hit for him. He's 1-for-1 with a single. Coming off the bench is left fielder Nori Miyoshi, making her first appearance in the doubleheader. Batting .400 off the bench here this year. First pitch to her, curveball down and away from Despot is low, ball one. Four-seamer down and in, inside, 2-0. Two-seamer down, grounded in a hold short. Showy there on the backhand, no play at second. He'll go to first in time, 2 down. Run in scoring position, 2 down for Hale. Leadoff man's 0 for 3 today out right. First pitch changeup down and in is low, ball one. Four-seamer up and away, outside, 2-0. Two-seamer down and away, grounded up middle to second. Diaz there holding the runner, backhands it cleanly to first. That ends the inning. Despot puts up a 0 here in the 7th to the 8th. Mayfair coming out of the bullpen, the right-hander. 4-2 still to score. Oliver, Diaz, and Shoei look to put some insurance on the board. Oliver burnout 1 for 3 today with a single as he'll face the tense Mayfair coming out of the bullpen. Mayfair is no record, a 5.59 ERA and a 1.97 WHIP. She's given up 7 runs, 6 earned in 9 appearances this year. 9 2/3 innings with 13 hits surrendered, 4 homers, 1 wild pitch, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Batting average against is .295 on the year for her. First pitch curveball inside, caught the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and in, almost beans Oliver as he gets out of the way, 1-1. Fastball away, grounded to first, backhanded by Butcher cleanly. She'll take it herself, 1 down. Next up Diaz, ahead of the class, 1 for 3 today with a single. Fastball up and away, check swing, 0-1. Check swing high on that one, 1-1. Fastball up line to center field, base hit for Diaz. He's 2 for 4. That'll put him on with 1 down. Next up is Jameer Shoei, shortstop, 1 for 3 today with a single. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Fastball up, grounded to second, backhanded by Cook, flips the second one, sports the first, double play, and that ends the inning as Shoei's tense. Bottom 8, we're down 4-2. We're up 4-2. Sports McStevens and Cook do up against Despot. Sports 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch 2-seamer up and away is chased, 0-1. Fastball down, fouled off, 0-2. Change it down and away, low outside, 1-2. Curveball down and in, chased it in the dirt, strike 3. First punch out for Despot out of the pen. 1 down, and that'll bring up McStevens. 3 for 3 today with a homer, 2 singles, 1 RBI today. First pitch 2-seamer up and away. Turned on in line left center, hit well, Swiner to the wall, makes the catch, 2 down. Cook 0 for 3. Despot now locked in. Change it down and in is low, ball 1. Down and away, fouled off, 1-1. Two-seamer inside, misses, almost beans Cook as he gets out of the way, 2-1. Ball down and in, inside, 3-1. Four-seamer down and away, fouled off, full count. Change up and away. Chopped up the middle to short. Shoei charges. Makes the play to first. In time to end the inning. Nice play pitching from Despot. 1-2-3 inning for him to the 9th. That is 4-2. Mahoney, Doherty, Manning, and the pitcher slot is due up 4th. Balls Mahoney leading off. 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single today as he'll face Mayfair in her second inning of work. Fastball away misses. Ball 1. A little high as well. The ball outside caught the zone. 1-1. Heater inside, misses, 2-1. Fastball away, popped up, shallow left center. Coming on is Glute. He'll call off Sports. Makes the catch, 1 down. Next up is Doherty. DDP had a solo home run last time up. She's also singled. She's locked in. 2 for 3 days so far. Curveball hangs, and Doherty says, "Thank you very much. I'm putting an insurance run on the board," as it's in the nest. In the second deck, it goes right center. Second homer of the game for Doherty, 3rd of the year, and it is now 5-2 as we're back to a 3-run lead. 10th RBI of the year as well for DDP. Next up, getting his first at-bat of the game is third baseman Ed the Man Manning, hitting .304 with 8 RBIs on the season, as Mayfair is done after the solo shot. Coming out of the bullpen is locked-in right-hander Besto Fisher. Fisher on the year, he has no record, a 6.59 ERA and a 1.68 WHIP, 11 runs given up, 10 earned, and 11 appearances, 2 saves recorded, 13 2/3 innings pitched, 20 hits surrendered, 3 homers, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Fisher gave up 1 run in the first game in relief. He gave up a solo home run to Class Diaz, and that was it, as he is locked in. Manning a pinch hit in Game 1. He flew out. He is 0 for 1. Fastball outside, misses ball 1. Fastball up, swung through it, 1-1. Slider hangs, line through the middle, base hit for the man as he's got his first hit today. He's 1 for 1. He'll be on with 1 down, and that'll bring up Despot, the pitcher. We are going to pinch hit because this is only a 3-run game. So good relief appearance for Despot, 2 scoreless innings. Coming off the bench for us is going to be... We're going to go back up second baseman Nathaniel Hurls with Powers, right-hander active here, hitting .412 with an RBI in the air. See what he can do with his trade active against Fisher. Fastball in there at the knees, 0-1. Heater up and away, high, 1-1. Fastball inside, Hurls skies at the right center field into the gap. No one playing there, and that is down for a hit. Runner to third on the play, runners at the corners on the single, 1 down. Fisher down to neutral, and that'll bring up Worry Less. Worrymore 1 for 4 today with a single. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball inside, pulled foul, 0-2 to Worrymore as Whiffer activates. Infield in here. Infield at halfway, actually. Fastball up, line in the center field. It won't matter as it's in the gap right center. That could be extra bases for Worrymore. He'll be in there with a double. It is 6-2 as he drives in a run. Second and third, 1 down for Swiner. 1 for 4 with a solo home run today. Infield in, and that's a pitch out. We are going to walk Swiner to load the bases. Intentional walk coming from Fisher. First walk of the day for the Nemesis pitching staff. Bases loaded, 1 down. Coming to the plate is Burnout, who has RBI man. 1 for 4 with a single, and that was a slight miscalculation on Fisher's part. I would have much rather faced Swiner. Just keep the ball in the dirt. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Then again, Burnout does have his nickname because he fails to come up clutch when he has RBI man active. Let's see what he does. Get it up and away is high, ball 1. Fastball middle of the plate, line to center, that'll get it done. 1 run in. Bases remain loaded, is 7-2. RBI there for Burnout, his 9th of the year. That'll bring up Diaz, 2 for 4 for head of the class. He's singled twice. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Good block there by the catcher, Bronx. Slider inside, 1-1. Slider at the knees, ripped hard, off the diving McStevens glove, into the back of the infield. That is an infield single, 8-2. Bases remain loaded for Shoei, 1 for 4 with a single. Fisher's done. Coming out of the bullpen is Def Wedhams, the last reliever, the long reliever. As Fisher failed to get the job done to keep him in the game, as that's 4 runs we've scored this inning. We've now doubled up. It's 8-2. Wedhams is 1-0 in the year with a 2.77 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP. 9 appearances, 2 saves recorded, 4 hits surrendered, 4 runs surrendered, 13 innings pitched, 16 hits, given up with 1 homer, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, batting average against .302. So we try to really put this game to bed. If Shoei can bust it open with extra bases here, that'd be nice. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Curveball's outside, 1-1 from Wedhams. Fastball up. Shoei skies it, left field and deep. That should get the run in from third. Catch made by Glued at the wall. Tagging is the runner from third. Scoring is Swiner. It is 9-2. Sac fly to Shoei. Gotta bring up Mahoney, 1 for 4. He started the inning, actually, so we've come full circle. 2 RBI single earlier. 1 for 4 day for Mahoney. Slider inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball up, hard grounder at the middle. No, off the diving, Cook's glove into shallow center, and that's in no man's land. Runner scores, it is 10-2. Runners at the corners now with 2 down. DDP coming up next, 3 for 4. She had a solo home run last time up. She's homered twice today, driving in 2 and singled once. Curveball bounces in the dirt, ball 1. Heater up and away, misses, 2-0. Fastball down and in, check swing low, 3-0. Composed activates for Wedhams. Fastball in there at the knees, 3-1. Fastball down the way, chop back to Wedhams, who fire to first to end the inning. But the Buzzards put up 6 runs as we send 11 men to the plate and break the game open. It is 10-2, heading to the bottom of the 9th. We are going to bring in out of the bullpen. We're going to bring in right-hander Pewter Base as he'll come on to replace Hurls. We're up 8 runs here to the bottom of the 9th. Butcher, Boyd, and Gloop up here as Base looks to get the last 3 outs. Butcher 3 for 3 today with 3 singles and an RBI. We're also going to make a defensive sub. Turtle Soto, the rookie utility player, will come in to play shortstop for the 10th Shoei. Base on the year has made 4 appearances, the least out of our bullpen. He has no record, a 2.25 ERA and no 7.5 WHIP. 2 earned runs given up in 4 appearances. He is, however, our designated closer, recording 2 saves to lead the team. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 7 strikeouts, and a batting average against of 200 for Base in his 4th year. There's his fastball up and away. Turned on and crushed by Butcher Sheath as thank you very much. Guessing fastball and hits it into the 3rd deck in left center. My God, that is some power there from Butcher. 2nd homer of the year. It is now 10-3. She's locked in. 1 pitch, and that'll bring up Boyd, center fielder, hitless on the year. Contact is right-hander and inside pitch active for the former Buzzards member. Up and away from base. Turned on, popped up down the right field line. Mahoney coming on. Balls is there. He'll make the catch. 1 down. That Gloop 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. First pitch curveball down and in from base. Strike called at the knees. 0-1. Two-seamer down and away. Low. 1-1. Fastball up and in. Pulled foul. 1-2. K-man activates for base here. Slider down and in. Low. 2-2. Two-seamer away. Grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner at first with 1 down. That's going to bring up Billy Bronx. Catcher's 0 for 3 today in tenths. First pitch, two-seamer down and in. Chop up the middle. Diaz there, backhands, flips to Soto. 1. Rookie to first, double play, and that ends the game as Base shuts the door after giving up the solo home run to Butcher. Buzzards sweep the doubleheader. 10-3 the final in Game 2. So that got the job done. We basically almost locked up the division. Depends on what the Crocs do in the simulation, but we're pretty much guaranteed it at this point. Nemesis are also out of the playoffs as they got swept, so they're down to 8 losses, so that's good for us. Looking at the box scores, hitless today for us were Winkelson, as well as Soto, who did not get the bat. Everyone else got at least 1 hit. RBIs for Worrymore on a single, Swiner a solo homer, Oliver a single, Diaz a single, Shoei a single, Mahoney had 3 RBIs, Doherty had 2 on 2 homers. On the other side for the Nemesis, runs today on homers by McStevens, a solo shot for Butcher, and she also singled and run as well. Hitless today for them, though, were Hale, Cook, Lang, pinch hitters, Jumps, and Boyd, Bronx, and the pitcher Trickster, as well as Miyoshi. Player of the game, winning pitcher is Bonbon. She gets the quality start, 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 homer. She improves to 4-0 and keeps her ERA under 2. Possibly talks of MVP this season. We'll see. Hesto Despot, 2 innings, 1 hit given up, 1 strikeout in his relief appearance, and Base gives up the solo shot in the 9th on 2 hits, but he does slam the door shut. On the other side for the Nemesis, Trickster, the rookie, goes 3 2/3 innings. He gives up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, a home run that takes a line drive to the chest to knock him out of the game. He falls to 1-2, finishing his season. Bullpen for them goes 5 1/3 innings in relief, giving up a combined 11 hits, 7 earned runs, and 1 walk as they really blew the game open there in the 9th inning. 6 runs came in to score off Mayfair, Fisher, and Wedhams. Miriam Doherty is your player of the game as DDP hits 2 home runs, scoring twice. Butcher is the runner-up, going 4 for 4 with a solo homer, driving in 2 of the 3 Nemesis runs. And then Beefcake McStevens with his solo homer is the 3rd place finisher. All right, not bad. We jump up 2 spots from 77 to 75 as we're still hunting down the top of this leaderboard. You love to see it. Nice, good doubleheader sweep. Once again, the Nemesis fall victim to their hubris, the bullpen, and also their starting pitching. If they actually put money in pitching, they would be a good team, but they don't. They think only bats can get it done, and they're wrong. But yeah, let's have a look around the league here real quick. Right, what happened? Charlie Lopez is cut by the Jacks as they bring in veteran Ham Slamus, as the Jacks are out of the playoff hunt now. Jameer Shohei gets +5 speed, love to see it. Base +8 junk, love to see that. 69. Nice. And Winkleson +1 speed up to an 83. Already was the fastest guy on the team, now he's even faster. Love to see it. Alrighty, so let's take a quick peek at the standings here, run it down for you. We are now at 11-4. Worst we can do is 11-5. If the Crocs lose one of their final 2 games before us, we are going to win the division because our final game is against the Crocodons. So we'll see how the Crocs do. If they win their 2 games, winner of the final game wins the division. On the other side, let's see. 8 losses might be enough to get in as the 4 seed this year, but we'll see. Jack's not looking so hot, neither are the Nemesis with how bad their run differentials are. Overdogs are already out, so it doesn't matter for them. Alright, let's see what happens. We've almost locked up the 1 seed as well. If the Platypi lose 2 games, we've got a good shot of getting it. Oh, we will get it actually because we have 5 losses. At worst. Alright, let's sim and see what happens. A lot of games to get through here. Moose going to win against the Herbs 6-3. Wide Loads lose to the Bee-Wolves 4-0. Good shutout pitching there from the Bee-Wolves. Blowfish win easily over the Moonstars 11-1. That's a surprise right there. Blowfish back in the playoff hunt now. Grapplers win 9-2 over the Platypi. That's 1 loss. 1 more and we lock up number 1 seed. Hot Corners win 7-4 over the Moonstars. Hot Corners then win 4-1 over the Moose. Overdogs taking on the Jacks here. Jacks need this win. And they blow the Overdogs out of the water 11-1. That's a good win for them. They move up to 3rd in the division now. Wide Loads win in 11 over the Platypi 6-5. So that is good. We will have a better record than the Platypi. Jacks beat the Crocs, almost beat the Crocs for us 9-8. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Jacks win 7-2. That gives us the division right there. You love to see it. Alright, Nemesis win 5-4 over the Dogs. Hot Corners win 10-9 over the Wild Pigs in 10 innings. 9-2. Sirloins win against the Sawteeth. Sawteeth then win 2-1, finishing their season at 8-8. Grapplers shut out the Heaters 4-0 to move into 2nd place by themselves, as the Heaters are now out of the playoff hunt. Blowfish win 5-3. And then they win 8-3 over the Sirloins as they take the division from the Sandcats. Okay, alright. So playoff picture in the Super Conference is set. Tie between the Wild Pigs and the Hot Corners. Tiebreaker goes to the Pigs for the run differential, so they will be the 1 seed. Blowfish win the tiebreaker over the Sandcats by run differential. They will win their division. They finish as the 2 seed at 9-7. Hot Corners are the 3 seed at 11-5, and the Sandcats are the 4 seed at 9-7. Everyone else on that side is unfortunately eliminated. On our side, we lock up number 1 seed thanks to Platypi losing twice and the Crocodons losing 1 of their 2 games against the Jacks. So we have won the division. We're also going to be the number 1 seed, so that is good. That is locked up. No pressure on us in the final game. Platypi are going to might win their division if the Grapplers win their last game. Then the Grapplers will take it from them because of the tiebreaker. However, if the Platypi win their last game, they will secure it with 10 wins. Crocodons at 9-6 are virtually a lock to make the playoffs at this point. It's between the Grapplers, Bee-Wolves. Alright, Bee-Wolves and Heaters are out with negative run differentials, so are the Nemesis. It's between the Jacks and the Grapplers for the 4th and final playoff spot. If the Grapplers win, Jacks are out. If the Grapplers lose by a lot, the Jacks are out. Basically, I think the Jacks are out at this point. They're 8-8 with only a +8. Grapplers are sitting at +29. I think the playoff picture is pretty clear. It's Platypi, Grapplers, Buzzards, and Crocs. We're going to be the 1. The 2 seed is yet to be decided because the Grapplers still have 1 more game to play. Same with the Platypi. Crocodons are going to be the 3 seed, I think. Possibly. Depending on what they do in the final game against us. But that's the best they can do is 3. They're either 3 or 4. So really, we know who the 4 playoff teams are going to be. It's just what seeds are the other 3 going to be, because we are very clearly the 1. No one's going to catch us. And the pitching preview for the final game, or the regular season, it's going to be Raul Strikes on the hill for the Crocs. Veteran is 0-3 this year. 7.16 ERA and a 1.71 WHIP. Would not be surprised if he gets cut before the playoffs. Croc's coming in at 9-6. We'll come in at 11-4. We'll send Trenton Deputy to the hill. He's 2-0 in his 3 starts, 3.60 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP for Trenton. Very solid year for him as the 4 pitcher this season. Alrighty, not bad at all. Player development options. Let's have a look. Okay, this one for Norris is still here. Dumb one for Soto. Whole corn, velocity and junk. That is a good upgrade. He needs that. This one for Diaz, we would be able to afford it if it's here after next game. So we'll think about that one. That is a good chance for low pitch as well. If this is not here, definitely like this one for Holcorn. This one for Macias. Speed and arm for a bench player, not really necessary, I think. And, ooh, Swiner, contact boost. That would be nice for him. Okay, we got some decisions to make. I think what we're going to do, we're going to let these two go because I don't really love this one for Norris. He doesn't really need the extra fielding. He needs arm. And Soto, I don't want to run the risk of getting bad jumps for him. He's got pretty good speed. So this one for Diaz, if it's here, we'll make it an interesting conversation between, I don't overly love this one for Macias because he's a bench player. He's not going to see the field that often. He's mostly a pinch hitter off the bench. So it's between these 3 for me. We'll see which ones are here, and we'll make the decision next time. Alright, let's set the tentative lineup here for the final game of the season. I think I'm going to sit Winkelson out of this one so that way he can fully heal up. I mean, this is what we're going with right now. I need to take a look at the stats in the season to see if anyone's like playing for like the batting title or anything. If it's pretty much locked up, I'll sit some guys. If not, then we will leave them in and see what happens. For right now, Diaz will lead us off at second, followed by Worrymore in center, Swiner in left, Oliver behind the dish at catcher, Winkelson at third, Doherty over at first locked in, Mahoney in right, Shoei at shortstop still tense, and Deputy on the mound. That's what we're going with on paper. I'm going to take a look off stream to see what is going on, and I see there Winkelson is in second for the batting title, so he's going to play no matter what. I think because we've already locked up the division, and because we've already also locked up number 1 seed, we're not really gaining anything from this game. I think we're going to let a bunch of bench players play just to give them some time, to get a chance to, have some fun. So we're going to put in Turtle Soto, the rookie, at shortstop to be in for Shoei, who is tense. Jaden Norris is going to be on behind the dish, being in there at catcher. We are going to put Hurls in at second base so he can start. I'll let Doherty's going to bat because she's locked in. You know what? I'm going to put Macias in at third so that we Winkelson can rest up. Oh, Winkelson needs the batting title, though. Shit. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, Winkelson's got to play. That's right. Mahoney has to play because he's our team leader in RBIs. I kind of want him to play at this point. Doherty's locked in, though. I don't want to take her out. Oh, I got an idea. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Buck can sit out. Yeah, we could take Buck out. We'll put Worrymore in left. I'll put Winkelson in center. And Macias can play third. There we go. Alright, Manning is not going to play. He has been a starter for most of the year, so I'm going to let him sit this one out. Oliver, same thing. He'll come in as a pinch hitter maybe. Same with Diaz, Shoei, and Swiner. I'm going to let the backup guys get a chance to play out here and just, have some fun with it. So let's retool this lineup a little bit here. Norris up to the 3. Doherty in at the 4. Winkelson at 5. Macias at 6. Mahoney at 7. Soto. Yeah, Soto can bat 8th. Let's move Mahoney up here. Yeah, I want Worrymore to bat 3rd because he's our stud. You know what? Worrymore should bat 4th. He's the stud. Doherty will bat 5th because she's feeling it. Mahoney bats 3rd. Yeah. Hurls lead off, and then Mahoney. Norris, yeah. So it's Hurls leading off at 2nd. Norris at catcher. Mahoney at right, batting 3rd. Worrymore bats 4th and left. Doherty at 1st is locked in. Winkelson is batting 6th in center. Macias batting 7th at 3rd, and Soto will bat 8th at shortstop. I'm going to move Macias up to 6, Winkelson down to 7, and Soto bats 8th. Okay. Alrighty, that's the lineup we'll go with for the regular season finale. And on that note, that is going to do it for us in this episode, guys. Big doubleheader sweep here, the Nemesis, this episode. With that, we proved 11-4 on a 5-game winning streak. We have locked up the division. We have locked up #1 seed. So next time out against the Crocodiles, we're really just trying to knock the Crocodiles down. And we're letting a bunch of bench players play just to get some playing time here before the regular season ends and we jump into playoffs. So next time out, not much to play for, just, having fun there in the regular season finale. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thank you so much. Obviously, I know this was a long one, so if you didn't stick around for the whole thing, I understand. But if you did, thank you. If you haven't already, hit the follow button down below on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch in the description below. Until next time, everyone, this is the Nasty One, signing off.